to the crack of dawn. It's Dawn Lombardi. I'm all by myself. I can't believe it. I've had guests on, though, so those will be airing soon. Thanks for tuning in. We've got Tom. I just met him. Oh, my God, Quinnipiac graduate. Our valedictorian's going there, so he must be smart. Rich, we've got directing. And I'm producing. I never know if I'm directing or producing, but I think I'm the producer. So here we are. We're going to do a couple episodes if we can possibly do that. When I had Eileen Riley, hey Eileen works for Caldwell Banker, and you know, I don't love painting houses, but there's a lot of realtors too. And my dad is a broker. So a lot of times my dad will ask me to draw a house of something he just sold because they're leaving. They're not going to have any memories of their home. So if you're good, even if you're mid, it doesn't matter because it's easy to draw houses, okay? And sometimes, you know, since I'm not really connected to this, I just walk up. This is okay, I hope. But here's the house she's selling, or sold. She just sold it. So it doesn't take me that long. Now, if I worked with like 35 or 40 realtors, I don't wanna paint houses all day. I'm doing Kentucky Derby. Yeah, their horses are running on Saturday. Okay, and I'm painting my roosters. So I usually work with one realtor, but if you love banging these out, I just do with Eileen. Okay, and here's Eileen in the corner here. She was on the show. So yeah, I'm gonna do one of this house. And they're pretty easy. It's just geometry and architecture. And when we had Sheldon Crosby on, you know, he is an architect. And, you know, they're very picky about, you know, nothing's gonna stand up if you don't draw it right. So what I'm gonna do, we have some odd camera stuff going on because I'm working a little differently today, but I'll keep holding it up, okay? What I'm gonna do is I decided that I'm gonna show you everything, okay? Normally, I do work on canvas, okay? Because once I'm done with this, when I paint the sides, okay, you don't need to frame it. It's very in to just go over onto the side. I mean, whatever, you have all the money in the world, go ahead and frame it, but I'm telling you, it's very in to paint the sides. So normally, I paint on a canvas, and if it works out awfully, I might do another one while we're on today. So yeah, so I'll go through this with you. I hope everybody's been great. It seems like the mask mandate is lifted, which is why I need a dentist. I was just telling my guys here. It's fine, I don't care. Okay, everybody has problems. So I'll get that figured out. And my new dentist, Dr. Ellis, oh my God, he's so nice. And they're in Bristol, so maybe they're watching. Thank you, Dr. Ellis. Thank you, Christine Purbeck. Christina is the chef that I had when we made the popovers, amongst other things that we did. It was my hygienist. So Dr. Ellis, I think they were in Bristol near the betting barn across the street. So if you're ever looking for a dentist, it was good. I loved it. Yeah, and so we're gonna start drawing this house. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to show you the paper I have. I have Arche paper. It has an S on the end, so usually in French you don't say the S, although I do think it's Hermès, not Hermé. But this is Arche paper. So I have a lot of this because my mom's friend, who has since passed away, worked at Arche. And one of these gigantic sheets, literally, I would say it's about $100 because it's a gigantic piece. I could be wrong. Go in Dick Blick. They might have single sheets, but they're going to be $30, $40, possibly $100. They're very expensive. So what I did is I took an X-Acto knife and I just grabbed this canvas here, okay? Whoops. And then I just traced it. And then I used a box cutter, okay? These are great. I love these things. Okay, for opening boxes, of course, and cutting nice things. So this paper, I have tons of it. The one reason why I don't do a lot of watercolors is because you have to frame them. So when you give them away, I don't like to pay for the frame because I don't want to. And plus I don't want to charge Eileen a ton of money. So I don't want to say, oh, here's a painting. It's you know, I whipped it up. Don't worry about it. Now I got to frame it for $500. It doesn't work that way. So you don't know what frame people want. So watercolors are a great way to kind of give as a gift. You can get a mat, which kind of, the mat is the thing that goes around the picture. So sometimes people will put colored mats, and some people put double mats. Michael's is great, but I like Farmington Frame in Farmington because I know Jim. Hi, Jim. I love Jim. But really, on a budget, all you do is you tell the Hobby Lobby or the Michaels, you say, please don't stick your label on the back of my painting. And they're fine with that. And it's nothing against Michaels. It's just then people know that you went a cheaper route. But Jim is very professional and he does a great job. So let me first show you, and then we'll start drawing. I'm going to show you my watercolors because you can get these. Now, they come with a little teeny brush. I love these watercolors. They're little teeny things. They're Winsor Newton, which is the top quality of watercolors, I think. Okay? And mine look really messy. So when my children that I teach at school, they see these and they're like, Mrs. Lombardi, what is this mess? And I'm like, no, I know exactly what I'm doing, leave me alone, which I do. So I love these little things. And I usually mix colors over here, and I use the colors that are here. I have 3 sets because most people know I have a fantastic memory. Whoopsie. I can remember anything, but I also kind of forget where I put stuff a lot. Okay, so I have 3 of the same sets, $20, $40, $60 worth of watercolors that I didn't really need to have. So, yeah. So I'm going to use these, and I'm going to show you. Also can buy tubes of watercolors, okay? Little tubes like this. These are most likely from Ocean State. And everybody says, oh, you got to go to Blick. No, you don't. You can go wherever you want. I would say if you have the money, buy the good stuff. Who cares? But if you don't have the money, don't feel like you can't use a set from CVS, because you can. You can, okay? It's a matter of being good at the art. So I'm going to sketch out this house first, okay? And I'm going to make sure it says Arche in the corner, and the Arche paper only says it in a couple places, but I'm going to let her have that because it shows that I used good quality paper. Okay, and I'm going to start to draw it, and hopefully the camera behind me can get it, but if not, we're going to try our best to make a great episode out of this. So I've got the tubes of paint here, and I put them on a regular palette, okay? And really any water-based paint, which means anything that you use to spread your paint with water. I mean, acrylic paint is mixed with water. That's how you dilute it. Oil paint, no. So watercolors and acrylic paints, yeah, they're not exactly the same, but they still, if I ran out of watercolor, I could easily dilute some acrylic paint and make it work, I think. At least, you know, I don't want to lie, so close. Now, I forgot a pencil, of course, because I don't remember, I wing it, you know. We had Coachy coming on today. Hi, Coachy. Coachy and I are doing, I forgot, Washington Capitals, and I think he's doing the Rangers, I can't remember. But he's going to come back in a couple weeks, and we're going to finish our hockey pictures, and we're going to decide who's going to win the cup. He's probably going to have a pretty good idea. Go Celtics, we're on I think the game's tonight. I don't know, it was last night. They won game 3. And 4, I don't know where that is. I think it's back in Boston. I'm not a big sports person, but my dad is, and my kid is, and my best friends are, some of them are huge. So I'm going to go ahead and draw this picture of the house. Now houses are always, it's geometry. So things have to be straight. And if I don't give this one to Eileen, because it doesn't look too good, I'll start another one at home, but I want you to see what I'm doing. So I'm going to use a Sharpie because I don't have a pencil. I wish I did, but I don't. So I'm just going to do it with a Sharpie, and I'm not going to use the fat end. I'm going to use the skinny end, okay? And you're not really going to be able to see actually, you know what? Maybe I will do the painting. I can't decide. No, I'm going to do the watercolor. Okay. So I'm going to try to decide where my house is, okay? And the first thing I want to do is like a horizon line. Horizon line is where the ground hits the sky, okay? So I'm going to use the thick end. It's not working. Let's try it again, okay? And it goes by so fast. It was great painting Snoop Dogg and Martha Stewart last week. That was so fun. Christine, you did a great job. I know those two collaborate a lot. I don't know what they do together, but who knows? So I'm going to do this house, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to measure it and everything. And you can also use a tracing machine if you want to, if you don't feel like drawing it. And then it's kind of like paint by numbers. You know, you're just putting in the colors and doing, you know, it like that. So I'm going to show you what I got already. Okay, you'll see. Following angles. Oh, you can see. Yeah, sorry. You got the other camera. I got to be careful. And yeah, so Tom said he loved Quinnipiac, which is great, because, you know, our valedictorian's going there from Holy Cross. I'm so excited for you, Ariana. And I think a girl, Grace, going there, also very bright. It's a hard school to get into. I don't know where my kid's going to go. I think he's going to do, here we go, I'll show you. Hopefully, we've got like a shadow on there. Maybe I should do it with a darker pen. Hopefully it works. And if it doesn't, we'll just do the next episode with the color, okay? Let's see if you can see this. I'm going to do it a little darker. And you can also paint on paper. It's fine. When you mix different things together, it's called, I think you can see that. So I pretty much got the roof. I'll show you what more I got. Okay. Okay. It's kind of a shadow there. Okay, we got 15 minutes. It's a ton of time. So at least we can do 2 episodes. And don't worry, just remember, use a pencil, unlike what I'm using right now, which means I might have to do this over when I go home, but I don't care. That's the other thing. Don't give up. Don't worry. It takes a while to get something perfect, okay? We have bulk trash day tomorrow. I can't wait. Just don't find my address and throw your stuff on my yard. But I'm just going to throw out everything. I love to throw stuff out. Our basement is like an episode of The Hoarders. It's not good. Yeah. Okay. So I've got the basics of the house. See? Basics of the house. Hopefully you can see that. Okay. I put that in. It should look nice. And it really is. So if there's other realtors out there, feel free to call me. I know Chrissy Mock, I did a couple for you. Maybe one, I don't know. She's my neighbor, and she's also a realtor. But really, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with houses if you really don't want to draw houses all day. So you pick one realtor, and it just happens to be Eileen right now, that's all. She's very good to me. She pays me cash. It's nice. And yeah, remember, when you're drawing windows, they should line up with the ones under them. So if I'm doing a window here, this window underneath should be right lining up with it. I think you can see. Basic geometry. You can see triangles, trapezoids. It's pretty easy, and it's probably the reason why I got into college was the geometry. No, it's the reason why I'm a teacher. I couldn't pass the math test. And I said, you've heard me say this before, but I said, does the math teacher have to paint a picture? Because why do you think I went into art, you know? I went into art because I'm not very good at a lot of other things. And one is math. So, you know, people, don't say that. What do you mean don't say that? It's true. And it's fine. I don't have a problem with it. I'm bad at math. Even when I do the tip at the restaurant, I really don't want to do the 20%. I want to give a little bit more, but I don't know how to do it. So, like, sometimes I'll do a tip that's more than the darn price of what I just bought because I get so mind boggled. So if you're ever a waitress and you see me, please be nice. If you notice that my tip is like outrageous and I'm really like paying your, college tuition with my tip because I didn't mean it, okay? I wouldn't mind it, but so I'm gonna put some windows over here and hopefully I might be able to paint it on an easel. We'll see. Okay, let me show you. So I've got, the basic of the house, okay? And again, you can cheat and use an opaque projector. I use it all the time. You just got to make sure it's pitch black, and then you can trace your picture and fill it in with watercolors. But, it's good to practice because one of the best things you can do for yourself is old school. Learn how to draw it from scratch. And I can do all that, of course. Of course I can. I'm good at it. So I'm going to throw some more windows in. I would imagine we probably have probably 12 minutes easy. And I'm going to probably be able to finish this. And they're all different too. All the paintings are a little bit different, which is nice. And I give a lot of these away. Yes, I do a lot of charity, as you guys know. I've given over $350,000 now, I think, since I was 18 in charity through people just bidding on my paintings, and I give them away. It's great. So $350,000. My house is only worth $250,000. And I don't even have a garage to put my car in. It's terrible. So remember, but again, as long as you're happy, just think of that. There's so many people that are so miserable, and you can't tell. You can't tell when people are suffering from depression, so you've got to be nice to people. So, we had a custodian at one of the kids' schools that they went to, and he was just miserable. I mean, we tried to smile. Hi, yay! He was, so I remember when he retired, we got him, what did we get him? I think we got him a case of beer. It was hilarious. And he just loved it. I don't even know if, we asked a few people, what does he like to drink or something? And someone said beer. And it was just so great because we made his day by killing him with kindness over and over and over and over and over. So sometimes when you see people like that, it just takes a little while, okay? Some people stare at me, when I'm totally going wild with my niceness. They're like, what is wrong with her? And I'm like, whatever. I love to pay people compliments because usually people are jealous and that, they don't do anything nice. So I'm doing my windows now, putting in the window. We might not get a ton done, but try these. You can do it. It's not hard. It's a house, everything. If it looks wrong, it is wrong. I tell the kids at Holy Cross, yes, Mrs. Lombardi, does this look right? Well, does it look right to you? Because if it doesn't, then no, it's wrong. So, and I usually don't sketch with a Sharpie ever. This is crazy, but I'm doing it. And again, so you can see when you don't have the correct materials, you know, you might say, I don't have that. We have 10 minutes left. It's a ton of time. It's crazy. Yeah. I was going to put some cookies in the oven before I left, and I thought I don't have time. But a lot of those, I love those box cookies, those brownies, Ghirardelli. Have you ever had them? Well, they're really good, and they're easy to cook. And you know, everybody knows me. You know, I do a ramen noodle. I love ramen noodles. I'll take like 4 packs of them, and I'll put them all into the sauce. You know, the big huge pot like you make spaghetti. I put like 4 or 5 packets of that stuff in, and I get it going. And then I do like a bowl, like that you'd get at like Chipotle. You know, Chipotle or Chipotle. I think it's Chipotle. But anyway, you know, I try to get that going. Then I grab a bag of frozen vegetables out of the freezer. Throw that right in with the ramen noodles. You could put in boiling chicken. You could put in anything. And then you just use a half a packet, because I have high blood pressure, and if I ever put in the whole packet, there would be no more crack of dawn. Yeah. It's like 980 things of sodium. It's so bad for you. And I love salt. A lot of people, you know, I'll take a brownie over a bag of potato chips, but me, no. I like the potato chips. I love salt. I can't help it. I love spicy food. Yeah. So I'm drawing the plants in and stuff, and I'll show you if you can see it. Oh, you know what? I'll walk up again. Oh, no, you're here. Perfect. Yeah, Tom is so good at this. I mean, he's brand new, and he's like perfect. He figured it all out so you can see what I'm doing, okay? So I'll throw this in. It looks like we can go into the second episode, and I'll be able to finish it. Or not, but it's okay, because we're having fun here. Okay, I'll put in these window panes. And yeah, this is a great way. So if you have a friend that's a realtor, and you're pretty decent at art, you know, you don't want to overwhelm yourself with houses all day long, but I mean, realtors sell the houses. I don't know how the market is now, but I think they're doing pretty good. So remember, you know, just hook up with one real estate agent. That's a little money on the side, you know, it's kind of fun. So we probably have about, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes left here. It's pretty good. I'm getting good though. I'm doing good. Just remember the lines up. So like when you're trying to line up things, you want to measure a lot. Get the basics in. And remember, it doesn't have to be, mine are usually pretty much realistic looking when I'm done, but you don't have to. You can do a modern one. You can do whatever you want. Okay. Right now, the Kentucky Derby's, I think Saturday, no, 2 weeks from now. I usually paint 30 horses, or at least 20, all the ones that are running, not the jockeys, because I don't really know who's up on the horses yet, but sometimes you do. But I usually get the horse done so that when we have a Kentucky Derby party, you know, people that they like to have cocktails, you know, and then they get all excited because they're like, my horse won. And then, you know, it's a big fun time. So if you're into the Kentucky Derby, nobody knows when the Kentucky Derby is until like literally the day of, and usually like a half an hour before they run. Mm-hmm. Unless you're really into horses like I am. So yeah, I've sold a lot of horse races, and it's fun. I try to do famous races like Secretariat, and I did Aladar, and who did he run against? That was a 1978 race. I've done Secretariat. I try to do some of the more famous horses, but they only sell Kentucky Derby. So if I don't do any horses in the next week or two, I'm losing out, because nobody really buys the horses in any other month other than when horse time. Sometimes, I shouldn't say never, but sometimes. Okay? So I'm pretty much almost done with my sketch, and then for the next one we can start painting it. Okay? And I can show you again what it's coming together. Oops, sorry. There you go. I'll show you on the side screen again, Tom, if you can whip it over here. So good at this. Yeah, I did the cameras here once and I could not figure it out. We have 5 minutes left. Okay? Once I start dabbing on the color here, it's going to look great. So yeah, and I think that it's a good time to be fixing up. That's what I'm doing right now. My chimney is going to be $6,000 to fix. Isn't that so nice? And then I smashed my car twice 4 days ago. Totally dumb, and $1,000. So we have those trash cans, you know, for the bulk waste. No, not the bulk waste. That's tomorrow. And I always back up into the darn trash can every time. I forget it's there. Bang! Nothing happens. Maybe a little thing on my car. No dent, no scratch, no nothing. Well, this time I backed up on my way to work, hit the trash can. It hit the light. Yep. And it was $400. Then I get to work. Have a great day. I'm coming home from work. I'm not distracted on the phone, I promise, because I'd be in the bushes if I was on the phone. But I went off the curb, trying to find something. I went right up on the sidewalk. It's a good thing no one was walking. And cracked the rim and the brand new tire. So go figure, $1,000. So I'm just kind of like, yeah. And you know what my kid said? Mom, it happens. Just like my dad. My dad doesn't get concerned over that. Stress can kill you if you, whoops, here we go. And I'll walk right up to you because we're going to be through in about 4 minutes. I'm just going to go like this. So there's my house, and it's not that bad, okay? I got a ways to go. I might have to do it over because I didn't have a pencil, and I really don't know if I want Sharpie lines on a watercolor. But I don't know, this could work out. And it really is fun to show you how I start these things. And you get pretty good at drawing architecture after a while. You can also change the season. You can put plants in people's lawns that they didn't have before, okay? So see, I'm doing kind of the bushes. Don't draw every stick of the bush. You don't need to, okay? See, you just kind of outline where the bush is. If it hits the top of the window, just kind of outline where the bush is, okay? And then we'll be closing up in about 2 minutes. I'm so glad everybody's joining in, tuning in. There's so many stations now. It's like just too much for me. Everybody, we have Hulu. The other day I was watching something called Laugh, L-A-F-F. I watched Overboard with Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn. And then I watched The Love Boat from like when I was a kid. And it was like Captain Steubing. I loved it. But I don't get those channels. I don't know what Netflix means. The kids laugh at me. It's true. I don't have it. You're the only person I know without Netflix. Well, you go get it, order it. I don't care. I'm not a big TV person because I'm cheap. So I like Nutmeg TV. And we have the best shows here anyway. So it's like, and I can't watch anything more than a half an hour sometimes because I have the attention span of a gnat. Can't help it. So, I can't sit still. I don't understand why the Walmart people and a lot of other people are not allowed to, I don't understand why they're not allowed. I'm doing the trees in the background now. You can see them coming up right there. Tree in the background. Yeah, I'm going slow. And then he'll put up the 1 minute left and then we'll go into the next episode and hopefully you can see me get some paint on here, okay? The Sharpie might work out. I don't know. Eileen's usually very happy with anything, and it's great when people don't have opinions and they're just kind of let you take it. Because a lot of people will say, well, I usually like things like this, and can you put, sometimes my dad will do that, like put the kids in the driveway, and I'm like, no. We want the house. We don't want too much activity. So, you don't want a ton going on, and you want to pretty much get their house looking the way it looked when they sold it, because this picture is clearly the picture that they're trying to sell the house from. And Eileen wants this back, so Eileen, I will not lose this, okay? And I don't know what it sold for. It doesn't say it or anything. But Eileen is, this house is in Avon. And I won't give the address just in case that's not allowed. But it's in Avon. And she's based out of Avon too, so that makes sense. Gets a lot of listings there, and she'll come on the show again. So we have 1 minute left. So thanks for tuning in. I'm sorry that I wasn't doing a regular painting because I wasn't really prepared to do this one on canvas, but I mean, it's gonna be great. So the next episode, you're gonna be able to see me adding the color. And while we're getting ready in between sets, I'm just gonna whip up the rest of the sketch. So I'm not gonna bore you. So thanks for tuning in. I'm so glad you're here, still watching Nutmeg TV. Please give a shout out to the station if you wanna be a guest. 2 Mondays from today. So right around like mid-May, even in June, if you want to do a show, I'm having some people from Australia come on. Can you believe it? They watch the show in Australia on YouTube. And they're flying here, and I'm going to have them on. I'm going to talk about great white sharks. Are they really everywhere? Do you go in the ocean? What's Australia like? Do you say hello, matey? I want to know their accents. I went to high school with her. I haven't seen her in a long time. Jen Wynn, I can't wait till you come on. So we'll book that up in June or July, whenever you're coming. And I'll see everybody in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in. I love it. Oh, what am I going to draw now?
Riverview Apartments is Bristol's two-time beautification award-winning residence community for adults age 55 and older. They offer 1 or 2 bedroom apartments with modern appliances, air conditioning, wall-to-wall carpet, and tiled floors. Both heat and hot water are included. Riverview also offers a wide range of activity rooms that include a billiard parlor and a spacious community room. It is handicap accessible with safe, secure parking for tenants and ample off-street parking for visitors. 860-940-6757 or riverviewbristol.com.